Kambar translated Valmiki's Ramayana from Sanskrit to Tamil. Kambar was well versed in both Sanskrit and Tamil. Kambar translated Valmiki's Ramayana to Tamil and named it Ramakatha. His desire was to publish his Ramakatha among the Pandits and scholars in Srirangam. So he went to Srirangam temple and told the scholars there that he had translated Valmiki's Ramayana to Tamil and seek them to give recognition and approval to publish it, to which they replied that one can publish any book in Srirangam Sabha only if they go to Thillai and gain the support of 3000 Dikshitas and get approval letter which has their stamp on it. He immediately went to Thillai. There he met one or two Dikshitas and conveyed his request. They said that 3000 Dikshitas to gather together is a very rare event, as many among them are serving at various temples. So they advised him to give up his idea and get back to his town. He returned with disappointment. He came back and informed the scholars at Srirangam and left to his town. However, he was still disheartened. Even in that state, he wrote so many andadis. One day, while he was sleeping, Perumal came in his dream and asked him to start to Thillai immediately. Kambar left to Thillai. When he went there, he came to know that a son of a Dikshitar had died as a snake bit him. 3000 Dikshitas gathered in that house to attend that morning event. On seeing that, Kambar took the manuscript of Nagapasa Padalam in Yuddhakanda of his Ramakatha and kept over the dead body. He also sang that. The boy got back his life. The Dikshitas around were surprised seeing all this. Everyone were talking about his song and his power with astonishment. At the time, Kambar conveyed his request. All 3000 Dikshitas gave him the approval letter to express their acceptance, which he took to Srirangam and gave it to the scholars there. An auspicious day was decided for publishing his Ramakatha. He went there with his Ramakatha manuscript. Those who were good at Sanskrit and knowledge in Valmiki's Ramayana were present there to discuss the story line by line. Along with them, Tamil scholars were also present. They examined Kambar's Ramakatha line by line. As all of us know, Kambar was an ardent devotee of Goddess Saraswati. All those who have read about Kambar's life history will know that Goddess Saraswati Devi saved him in many difficult situations he faced in his life by taking the form of a woman. But it is unknown that Kambar is also a devotee of Lord Narasimha. In Ramayana, Vibhishana will come to Ravana's courtyard to advise Ravana at one stage by saying, "Brother, please leave Sita Mata as everyone claims her husband to be an avatar of Perumal. Don't build enmity with them. Sita Mata is a great pativrata, so leave her." This is the narration in Valmiki's Ramayana. Kambar had made a small change. He modified by writing that Vibhishana told to Ravana that once upon a time there was a demon named Hiranyakasipu. His son Prahlada was an ardent devotee of Perumal. His father Hiranyakasipu could not accept it. Prahladan was tortured by his egoistic father. Finally, Perumal took the form of Narasimha and killed Hiranyakasipu. So, you also don't do the same because of your ahankar. Like this, Kambar had added a parable in his book. The panel said, since Hiranyakashipu Prahlad example is not mentioned in Valmiki's Ramayana, they cannot accept the inclusion of Kambar's own opinion. Hence, they rejected the publication of his book. Kambar was once again disappointed. At that time, a terrible lion's roar was heard. That voice said, "This parable is admissible and this book is acceptable." Those scholars and pundits were all surprised and wondered who was speaking against them. But no one was to be seen there. Only then they realized that the lion's roar was the voice of Lord Narasimha. The book of Ramakatha, written by Kambar, was accepted by those in the Sabha. Even today, in Sri Rangam temple, after worshipping Ranganatha, When we walk around the prakara, we can see an open mandapam there. That is the place where Kambar Ramayana was published. There is a Narasimha shrine next to it. There are many big temples which have many deities, for which even good clothes or flower decorations will not be done. Only a lamp will be lit. But behind those deities, there are great histories. When we visit those shrines, after knowing the history behind them, we can feel and experience the divine power.